What's up guys, Nolan here, and recently I mentioned that I wanted to break down the games that could be considered competition to Escape from Tarkov. One of the games that came up a lot was The Day Before. I've had my eye on this because the game sounds like a survival FPS fan's dream come true, and that's why I started to immediately call BS and look into it further. The Day Before is being developed by a studio named Fantastic, however you pronounce that, and published by a company named Mytona, both of which seem to be new to the gaming space and are absolutely new to working on a game like this. Now I could be misinformed here about something, but from what I can tell, Fantastic has launched 3 games since 2018, none of which have had many similarities to The Day Before. So if they've been working on this amazing third-person survival shooter MMO, it only took them about 3 years at most to complete it. At first glance, it makes me extremely skeptical at the studio's ability to deliver on a game that for all intensive purposes is a Division clone / zombie MMO. A AAA studio, aka Ubisoft, with 7 years was able to deliver The Division, and it still had lots of bugs and issues. Now a seemingly inexperienced studio is going to do the same thing, but as an MMO with hordes of zombies roaming. Honestly, I'll believe it when I see it. And that's just the developer. The publisher, Mytona, has only published mobile games before this as well. I know that that might not mean much in the end, but why couldn't they get a better publisher for a project that's going to be as good as this? Now there's lots of stuff that can go behind that. I'm just throwing around accusations here, but maybe once the other publishers saw what's behind the curtain, they didn't want to be involved, or maybe the funding wasn't there. Like I said, could be lots of different things. I'm just throwing around accusations. And I could be completely wrong, so we'll see what happens. Now that's the negative side of the story so far. The optimistic side would be that Fantastic launched 3 games over the same number of years that don't mesh well with their new game that they say is coming soon, but there's a chance that they salvaged segments of each to support this new project while having a larger team working on this new project all along. Lots of studios do this to increase their funding, where they'll take chunks out of a big project to launch little smaller projects here and there. This could be what's happening here with this. Otherwise, there just would not have been enough time to do all of this properly. And that is to say that the game is actually coming soon and is not going to be coming soon, then go into early access with another 5 years of development. If the game is actually a full launch that is coming soon, no, they definitely didn't have enough time to do that. If that's not the case, then I don't know how they possibly could have created this to a reasonable standard, and this is just going to end up being another pipe dream money grab that goes down in flames that we have all seen way too often. The Day Before is supposed to be an open world, post-apocalyptic, third-person survival zombie shooter MMO. For the open world, we haven't seen how large the play area is yet, but the commentator said it was quote-unquote huge. For the post-apocalyptic, sure, it looks like it. Hell, it looks pretty much exactly like The Division, to the point that I'm curious if there was a little bit of asset grabbing here, but we'll see. For third person, yep, the camera's in the right place. Survival could mean that you just need to remember to eat and drink, so how difficult is it to get those items? Because if it's too easy, it might as well not be called survival. It could just be called remembering to click something in your backpack every 5 minutes. The zombies look to be there, and they do look interesting. The shooting is nothing too fancy to modern gameplay standards, and as a Tarkov junkie, I'm biased here, but I guess it'll do. Then last but not least, the tag of MMO, massive multiplayer online game. During both gameplay trailers, we saw one teammate and a handful of enemies, which could have been AI, we don't actually know. The one time we were shown what was supposed to be a hub of some kind, there was literally nobody there, not even NPCs. There's way more to talk about here, but if you're not already concerned, then you are extremely desperate to throw money at survival shooters and will buy this game no matter what, so I'll see you on launch day, I guess. Yes, I will be buying this game no matter what, because it's literally my job now. If I had a choice, I would wait until someone I trust plays it and gives me their thoughts on it, and I absolutely would not pre-order it. Now, because I am doing what I'm doing, I'll play the game, then report here what I find in the hopes I sniff out any issues and save you guys from any disappointment. If the game ends up being great, then you can blame me for the delay and whatever you end up missing out on for whatever kind of pre-order deal that they do, which you know is coming, but we'll see. Now, if the gameplay stands true and they actually deliver, this could end up being really cool, but I wouldn't bet much on it at this point. They need to show a lot more of what's going to be going on actually in game and none of the scripted stuff. Given the possibility of this game being great, I'll make sure to update you guys when I hear anything about the future development. But that's going to do it for today, guys. What do you think? Am I being too negative? Did I miss something? Let me know in the comments. For more content just like this, check out the playlists here. If you like this video, then you know the drill. Please subscribe. I really appreciate the people who do. Otherwise, I hope you at least learned something, and I also hope you have a nice day. See you guys.